What is up, everyone? Welcome to Mechs on Deck. Kirk on 240 hertz. How you doing? Switch Doctor. How are you? And SD13. What is up? How's everyone else doing today? We have a lot of firsts in this stream. Today we're going to be building a Matrix Noah. I've never built a Matrix board. Zor Clicky Clack. Thank you. Appreciate that. Unless you're talking about... Oh, I just jacked him. Unless you're talking about him. That might apply to Anubis as well, but... He's chewing on his foot because he's weird. Anubis, stop chewing on your foot, you weirdo. He's like, alright, Dad. But no, today we are building something that I've never built before from a brand I've never built a board from before. I've tried out a couple different Matrix boards, but I've never really messed around with a Noah, so I'm really excited to mess around with that, as well as the Rara V1 switches. If you want more info about those and how they're lubed and what's been done to them, just !build will give you all of that information. There's some cool stuff going on with these switches. This is not a personal build. This is for a friend of the channel. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on with this. So does this work still? Yeah, it does. Boom. I wanna go ahead and get into it. I wanna get going. So this is the Matrix box. This is kind of debating you. It's not actually sealed still, but I opened this up the other day, took a look at it. I got debated really hard too with the plastic when I first opened it. I was like, holy crap, he hasn't even opened this? But no, he has. As you can see, the stabilizers. Got our nice plate foam to go on here. There's a little film on there that we'll have to take off. This is your PCB. It's a pretty fancy little branded Matrix lab pouch for it, which is pretty nice. And then this is the here's the board. Keeb Noob, how you doing? You having a good Saturday so far? And then, of course, we've got our little dealio with all the different parts that we need. That's got our light bar. You and Lindsay are playing Deep Rock Galactic. I see you and Lindsay playing that all the time, and I have never heard of that game. What is that game about? As I unbox this, I will say the finish on this, I don't know if they ever said exactly what type of coating this is. When I looked it up on their website for this, they just said it was a coating. It's like I think it's an e-coating. But yeah, this is one of the most high optioned boards that you could get, in terms of you could specifically choose everything to be a certain color, even all the way down to this little dot. You could choose a specific color on, which is pretty freaking cool. So as you can see, this is the white top, the blue bottom with the cool gray. I don't even know what to call this piece. But yeah, and then silver here for the Matrix logo, and then I don't know how well this is coming through on the stream, but the plate is like a light blue as well. It's like a light blue aluminum plate. I wonder if, let me see if you can see that. It looks pretty cool in person, and the finish on this feels nice. It feels really good. it's like textured but not rough on it, as my camera's freaking out because of the reflection. The E-white, it's not as bright of a white, it's like a little bit softer. Let me see. Looking on my phone to see if you can see it on stream. Yeah, you can kind of see how blue it is. It's like slightly blue. But yeah, I'm excited to build this thing. It looks really, really pretty. When you put the light bar in, it looks really cool. Obviously, this PCB has RGBs and everything going on. So yeah, I kind of want to, before we get started into stabs, I want to take it apart. Take a gander at it. Let's see here. That's one. Think of this guy. Wait. Like an eggshell white? Yeah, kind of. Like slightly, like it has a hint of gray in it, but it's not quite as gray as like a Mao white. So yeah, I think maybe eggshell, maybe that's the right term. It's like, I don't know. I like the aesthetics of the Noah, but not the sound. Curious to see how it sounds for you. Yeah, I'm interested to see that as well, because it is, we're using some switches that I've never used before, so that should also be interesting. The matrix boards do always look nice. Holy crap, these are tightened down very tightly. All right, let's see here. So I know I was watching some VODs of people's streams of how they had like a piece of foam that fit into here. I don't know if that was something that was offered from the group buy or if that was something that was custom cut, but I do find it interesting that there's this little gap. I wonder if that's for some sort of a battery option, like if there was a like maybe you could put like a super thin like LiPo battery down there, use it as like a Bluetooth thing. That would be pretty cool. I don't know why else they would have this cavity in the middle of it, but yeah. And then there's the little badge. This does, in fact, I got some gunk on it. See if you can see it there. It does say Matrix Noah. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting. Everything has its own option. And then this is your top. So you've got your little holes there for the light bar, which is pretty cool. And camera's gonna freak out because of this plate. It is top mount. Nothing too crazy there. Just standard top mount. This is the Win keyless option. So excited for that. Should be pretty freaking cool. Get this top off. The back looks awesome. Yeah, it does. I mean, the aesthetics of this board are fantastic. Like, aesthetically, this board looks great. This was a board that was super, super hyped when it first was announced. Man, it's been a while. I think like coming up on almost 2 years ago, it feels like, when this was announced. They obviously, being Matrix, being a Chinese company, they did their own Chinese run of the boards first. And then they did the international run back over the summer, which I imagine was probably a little bit later than they had initially anticipated. But yeah, there's your plate. Freaking out because of the shine. Lovely, lovely. Sorry, camera. There's your plate, and then here is your top. Good evening, Dr. Zippet. But yeah, you can see, I think you can, well, maybe not. I'd have to double check. I'd have to go back and look, because this obviously has the, for me, dreaded right side USB. I prefer left side USB. And it looks like you could possibly have changed it. You could possibly flip it around. But then this is upside down. This would be upside down. So I wonder if that was an option. I'd have to go back and look at the group buy page on matrixlab.com to see. But I think it looks pretty cool. I love the aesthetics of this. But let's put that back together, kind of. Set it off to the side. Let's take a gander at this PCB. Is quite a fancy build. A lot going on. Oops. Like, I don't want to break the matrix seal. I want to tear this down. Come on. There we go. All right, so here's your PCB. See a lot of JST connectors on there. So obviously this is a brand spanking new PCB. Yeah, look at, there's literally 5 JST options on there. Obviously, there was the choice of, did you want to do right side or left? Well, I guess technically right side or left side USB on it. This purchaser chose the right side. Yeah, lots of connections on there. And then on this as well, you do have the LED JST connector as well. So let's go ahead and get these off. Boy, howdy. What up, Chewy? How you doing, my dude? I always find it interesting on PCBs when they like label things. Like they label everything, but they don't label it like in a way that makes sense to like change the layout. Especially because like look at how many bottom row options there are. You know, just for spacebar alone. Just trying to figure out minecarts. Are you playing Minecraft? Wow. Wow, Chewy. Yeah. This is a good looking PCB. It's not that bad. It's not quite super Swiss cheese. Maybe just around the spacebar. But that's because I feel like that's because it's a Chinese board. And I feel like the Chinese typically like to mess around with layouts and bottom row stuff a lot more. Like they have the super popular 60% that's like 60% plus plus arrows, which is real funky. You like lose some stuff. But no, not a bad PCB at all. Nothing special. It is interesting because I feel like when you don't have all these spacebar layout options, you can put these controllers down here to get them out of the way. Because I will say one thing, like specifically this one solder, that one switch, it just seems like that's super close. Like, you know, you're going to be soldering that switch, and if you mess something up, you can very easily, you know, mess up that controller there. But yeah, so I run a 60% with arrows for my work keep. Took me a while to get used to it, but I really like it. Yeah, do you have the question mark on the opposite side of the arrow? Because that's the thing that I've seen that would bug me about it. Dr. Zippit. I love that Romeo has silkscreening on it that indicated options for split space and sizing they were. Yeah, I feel like that's such a nice little touch, especially as boards get more and more expensive. Yeah, question mark on the far right. Yeah, all the way over yonder. But yeah, not a bad PCB by any means. It's just when you have a ton of options on it, you have to squeeze some things in, especially when you have 5 JST connectors. So that is that. Let's get into some stabilizers. So we are doing the combo. I'm doing 7U. Okay. No, it has to be 7. Split backspace, normal caps. Let's go. All right, so today for this, we are doing the combination of Durock and the C3 stabilizers. We're going to be doing Durock inserts with C3 housings. Talked about this before. My biggest gripe with the V1s, now I haven't tried the V2 Durocks, but with the V1s is that the housing to the insert is a little bit loose. And when you utilize the Durock stem, Crashdown 83, thank you for the follow, appreciate it. But when you use the Durock stem, this little guy, the insert, into the C3 housing, this larger guy, it tightens it up. It's a little bit tighter than what you would get from a full Durock housing, but still not as tight as the V1 of the C3s. So I know the guy who we are building this for today is a big fan of this combination. Yeah, it works out really well. I enjoy the way it feels. It's not for everyone, but I would say give it a try next time. You got them? They're laying around? Just give them the old college try. Especially because it would be like, oh man, that's all, you're wasting pieces. And it's like, stabs are not, you're talking about like a couple bucks in a board that costs like, $600 or $700. So spare no expense, right? What's an additional $10 when you've already spent $700 or more on the board? All right. So since we're doing Sangan, bottom row, split backspace, we only have 3 stabs to lube. Grab our 205 grade 0. We'll get to going on this. What is everyone up to today? What's everyone doing on this fine Saturday afternoon, or wherever you are and whatever time it is? I guess if you're in EU, it could technically be, or certain parts of the world, it could technically already be Sunday. If my time zone's right. Quarantine with the Rona. Oh no. Well, hopefully you get to feeling better. That's unfortunate, man. Hopefully your symptoms are not too crazy. Hopefully it's just light for you. 4:30 a.m. here making coffee. Nice. What kind of coffee you're doing? Are you an espresso latte kind of guy? Or are you a black coffee purist? Sick and it's bloody hot today, so no stream for me today, but we'll do some switch lubing though. Nice. What switches are you lubing, and what type of lube are you using? Also, SD, good to hear that it's not that bad. I know one of the guys that I work with had it not too long ago. And he it was unfortunate. Like, he was with people on Christmas who found out. He was with his family, his sisters, on Christmas, who were with people the night before, who on Christmas Day found out they had it. So he actually never came back to work from Christmas break, and then he was out for like 2 weeks. He had it pretty bad. So it's good to hear that you're not getting hit too hard with the Rona. Just French press, black, no sugar, no milk all the way. There you go. I used to do the French press thing, but my problem is I've broken like 3 of those, like the glass French press things. like while cleaning it. Like I'd be cleaning it in the sink, you know, with like super hot water, and then I would just like not like accidentally knock it over. Like not even drop it, just like barely knock it over and it just shatters because there's such thin walls of glass. So I switched to using a Chemex, which I could just throw in the dishwasher. And I bought one with a handle so that way I didn't do that. Man, that is unfortunate, SD. A few different options: banana splits with 205 grade 0, lilacs with 205 grade 0, or bobas with 204. Interesting. When you say lilacs, are you talking about the linear version or the tactile lilacs? I feel like more and more people have been using 205. I've heard quite a few people say that they use 205 on linears, which kind of scares me because I feel like 205 might be a little bit thick. I mean, not linears, for tactiles. Might be a little thick, but if that's what you're into, go for it. I know I saw some people saying that they were going to use 205 grade 0 on their like glorious pandas or holy pandas, which is fine. You could totally do that. It just seems like you don't get the full experience of the bump. It's like I feel like if you don't like the bump, you don't want it to be quite as tactile, just buy a lesser tactile switch. You know? You feel me? Seems like you're paying a lot of money. Pay a lot of money for something that you could probably get from like a T1, honestly. Just lube and film them. Think you can get away with 205 grade 0? Yeah, you definitely can. You have to go really, really light. Browns for the win, dude. There's if that's what you're into, no judgment. No judgment there. Static Age, what up? It is quite gloomy out here in Texas. Yep, still gloomy. It was, I went out for a short walk earlier this morning with my pupper. And I was like, man, it is gross out here because it was like misting. Like foggy. I'm like, it is 10 a.m. and it is foggy and gross. Yeah, a lot of people don't go light with lube. Yeah, I think that's the reason why 205 on tactiles scares me, is because it is a little bit difficult to go light, and then it's not something that's easily, you know, it's always easier to add more lube than it is to take lube away. If you're you go too heavy with it, it's gonna kind of not ruin the switch, it'll just make it feel real funky in my opinion. I tried on your kiwis. Worked out really well. Nice. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, if you like it, then it doesn't matter, right? That's the thing. That's why it's like, I'm not coming at the angle of like, oh, you shouldn't do that. That's bad. That's bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it's like, it's scary because I feel like a lot of people go too heavy with the lube. You can go a little bit heavier if you're using 3203 and 3204. getting my matrix build on. Excited to see what you think when it's all done. Nice. I'm excited as well. This thing looks great. It's definitely an interesting board. I know it was really hyped out when it first was announced. But yeah. What color Noah do you have? Did you buy yours in the group buy, or did you buy it secondhand? I feel like I would be super overwhelmed in the group buy for a Noah. There's so many options of like colors and things. All blacked out. Nice. Were you overwhelmed by all the options? Is that why you went all black? Because I looked at the group buy page on their website and it's just like tons of options, and I was like, yeah, this would make me have anxiety. With grain, dude, that's a set that still, it makes me sad. Makes me sad, as the Twitch kids say. I was hoping, I think that the color choices for grain were fantastic. The idea for the set and the way it like came together looked great. It's just unfortunate how many issues it had. But hey, on the brighter side, at least it wasn't the only one from that vendor that had issues. Oh man. Bum, bum, bum. Well, man, I feel like all that I have built over the past like couple months has been like blue boards. Every board that I have built recently has had some component of blue in it, I think. I built a blue, obviously this has a blue bottom. I built a blue Forever 65 a few weeks back. I built a blue Victus Streaker? I can't say that word. The Blind Assassin board. Strika. I'll go with Strika. Or Strierka? Strierka, I think is how you say it. You're gonna try and enter the group buy on Monday? Hell yeah. What color are you going for? Keeb Noob? Stierka? Listen, I don't speak the Norwegian language, the Nordic languages. Red wine with E-Black. Nice. That's what I would go for too. I like the red, the deep red boards. Which is why I was all about the just don't need this. Which is why I'm all about the Plum Iron 165 that I own. As well as a couple other boards. Still sad back when they initially released the Orange 75 interest check a few years ago at this point. They had teased it in a like burgundy color, and oh my gosh, it looked so good. But then they didn't run it. Not enough people voted for it, I don't think. Unlucky. I think Fox Lab is doing a not a Key 65 again, but the Leaf. They're doing a Leaf 65, which is interesting. Okay, these are always difficult. There we go. Have you seen the pics for the iron on Smith and Rune? I mean, I own an iron 165 in Plum, and I had the iron 180 in Plum in my possession, the prototype, for a few weeks. And I must say that that is probably one of my favorite colors for keyboards in general. I just think it looks so clean. Keycaps on here, that is GMK Dual Shot. Protos for the Iron 265. I have not looked into that. Let's see. Let's take a gander. Where did you see that? Can you link me one of those so I can take a gander at those pictures? Good, kind sir. Sorry to my wallet. It's okay. It's pinned in the 165 chat. Oh, the like black PC. And the red, yeah, it looks really good. I like the purple polycarb. Yeah, it looks good. I'm excited for that. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic and amazing board. Hopefully I'll have the opportunity to mess around with one and build one. We'll say one thing that is very nice about the C3 housings, they grip the wire way better than the Duroc stabilizers that continually have issues. At least the V1s have not tried V2s quite yet, but to my experience, they continue to have issues with wires popping out. I've had it happen to me. I'm pretty sure Chewy's had it happen to him. Yeah, the purple polycarb looks great. That in the wrong way? I totally did. No, I didn't. Come. There we go. What else is everyone excited for that's coming out soon? Is anyone excited for some new key sets? New boards? New switches? I still think Chewy and I need to catch up on the Switch game. We just recently got our Moyu black switches in that I think we were both very excited to use, as well as the Glorious Pandas, which I have not spent a ton of time messing around with. GMK Ashes already, yeah, and GMK Terra. Two sets that are kind of stuck in limbo because GMK is just obviously Germany's having quite a few issues. They were shut down. I think they might still be shut down due to COVID, but I know that those are both in production. Hopefully should be out soon. I know we had some updates on Dracula, which I'm sure a lot of people are really excited to finally see moving in the right direction. I think Dracula will be pretty freaking sweet, and I know there is a ton of people that are ready to get their hands on it because it's been a hot minute that we have been waiting for Dracula at this point. But they're waiting for it because they want to make sure they get it right. I think it's like one color left to match. Everything else is good. Come on. There we go. All right. Let's try these out. Not going to use the tiny washers. I hate using the tiny washers. No? Two options. Watch for the inter-stab housing play. This is interesting because there's so many options. I have to make sure I get this right. Pretty sure that's right. I recently saw in person an SA set that I really liked. SA Vileplume, not a big SA profile, but man, that set is so nice in person. Yeah, SA Vileplume was super popular when it released. All right. think we're right. Well, we're just going to test them, and then we'll figure it out once we get to the point of actually putting stuff in. Captain Tim 36, thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. That's what I need. I love the way SA looks, but I just can't get used to typing on it. Uniform SA row 3 is fine. Yeah, I feel you. I feel like SA is something that I love the way that it looks, and I love the sound, but man, is it... I feel like it's super difficult to get used to. All right. What issues did you have with your enter? Was it this side? Is that what you had issues with? With that guy right there? I feel like that could be what happens. Because it's very close. It is very, very close. Yeah, because of the hole. I feel you. Well, I'm gonna do that one first. Man. It'll shake a bit. Took the center portion of a film and put it underneath. It might not with these, just because of the, I feel like the length of these housings on the top side, like that little hook, is a little bit different than on like the regular Duroc and GMK. Built my Noah 2 hours ago. Sounds so much better than the V1. The USB daughter board. Super wonky though. Yeah, I feel like I've seen people do it different ways. So we'll see. These Duroc V1s, that might be part of the issue too. Yeah. Oh. All right. Let's test this. What was wrong with the V1, Duckcom? Let me put these in the plate. B1 sounded like a dumpster fire. Ooh. Interesting. Okay. Well, I hope this doesn't sound that bad. I feel like I'm definitely going to need more switches in this to truly feel like that's right. Sounded very hollow. Interesting. Put another switch here. This guy a little bit more rigidity there. I'll put one in this corner. Gotta take all these out because I'm gonna use that foam. But oh, I'm wrong. That's why. Some were saying that the board sounded bad because I know it was due to all the small parts the case is made of. I can see that. Keyboards is life. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. I think it's better to just do this. Go. Man. Alrighty. Those are good. Actually, let's check our bottom. All right. Make sure we got this correct. So it should be 3 switches to make sure we got this right. I would assume it's inside. Make the most sense. And that this one will be the middle. We're guessing here, boys and girls. And that this one will be all right. I already tell you, it is not that one. We already messed up. Well, actually, let's wait. Let's see. think I might have to. So that one needs to go over too. I don't know why I'm doing this without the foam. That's a poor choice. Okay. We'll remember. We will remember. Haha, we got it right. Cool. Okay. Let's get back to students. Get a couple more. Make sure I really lock some of these gasket pieces down. So everything is in there nice and tight. Right. Nice. Move this over yonder. It is time to get some solder in there. Get our soldering iron up and running. Oh, man. Oh, bring this guy up, y'all. All right. I'm gonna do my my typical explanation of my solder method of soldering upside down. Because, just like anything, it's what makes the most sense to me. So this is what I do. I solder the pieces upside down. Oh, let me get my iron tinned up. Actually used this the other day for something non-keyboard related. But just gonna make sure your tip is clean. All right. Let's get in there. Cause fuck you. That sounds way better. True. Let's go. Whenever I'm doing like anchor switches, I'm always applying a pretty significant amount of pressure to the board itself to make sure that that switch is fully seated. To make sure that there's no gaps. Because gaps mean uneven. And uneven means it feels weird. We're going really light in the solder right now. And a little bit more on there. Not that there's a problem with that, but sometimes there can be. So I like to make TPs with my solder. That's what I've always said. TPs, not domes. Okay. Not satisfied with some of these joints. Just adding a teeny bit more. Do the rest of this bottom row. Is anyone else in chat an avid football fan? Excited for the playoff games tomorrow? Got some big matchups. Brady versus Rodgers. I feel like that's really the Super Bowl. It's like the battle of the old guys versus and the battle of the young guns, with Mahomes versus Josh Allen. All right. Let's get the rest of these switches in here. Man. I feel like plate foam makes life so much more difficult. Dude, I am fucking up already. Got 2 bent ones. I was on a streak these last 2 weeks. Plate foam. It's making me bend pins. I gotta reevaluate the way that I put these in. Jzilla A1, what up? And XT Nero, I don't know if that's exactly how you would say your name. What up? How are y'all doing? Welcome to the stream. We are doing a fun one today with a Matrix Noah. Got us at a good time. We're getting the switches put in before we get into finishing soldering it up. How are y'all's Saturday going? You enjoying yourselves so far this weekend? Rainy day over here, gotta love it. Dude, you're about the rain? I am not about the rain. Man, it is like not raining. Like, today is one of the days that I don't like. If it's just torrential downpour, I feel like I'm more okay with it, because then you know what you're getting. But when it's like today where it's gloomy and it's like not really raining, that's when I'm like, oh man, I wish this was... I wish it wasn't quite so gross outside. You get what I'm saying? We don't get enough? Yeah, we don't get enough either. Come to Vancouver. It's always raining. True. You ukulele dad, what is up? How are you today? If you haven't, go check out Ukulele Dad. Great, wholesome streams. Lots of fun. Check them out. Man, these are a light tactile switch. Hey, Dad is here. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Dude, you do need to do that. That would be awesome. That would be an awesome stream. Although I feel like there would be a lot of questions as to why do all these things. And BBT Tech, what is up? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Because when you take a step back and you look at everything that we do for our keyboards, it's like we look a little bit insane. Like when I explain it to my new coworkers, they're like, "You wait." So one, you buy it and then you have to wait for like a year to get it, and then you have to put it together. It's not even built. It's like, yeah. And it's like, wait, but you take apart the switches and you put a lube on them, and it takes hours to do? Yeah. Not that big of a deal. It's like one of those things to us doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but to someone else it seems absolutely insane. But that's part of the fun, right? Like to us, it just seems normal. That's like what we're into. But just like a normie, the normies are like, what? Thank you. All right, we're back. That was weird. I got a little notification that OBS just like lost connection. Servos, thank you for the Prime sub. Appreciate it. We're not back on your screen. Just hit a nice little refresh. That was weird. I don't know why it cut out. I had everything else stayed. Must have been a OBS or server issue. Because I would totally expect to like lose Discord, lose my music, and all that stuff. OBS is like, nah, not right this second. How's the baklava, Mr. Chewart? Did you finish it up without losing a finger? You're about to bake it. Fancy schmancy. That should be fun. I like baklava. Thoughts on the KBD Lite currently in production? Man, I'd have to take a look at it. I'm not as in tune with what happens at KBD fans anymore. Has to chill for a while before baking. Yeah, for sure. It is kind of a long process to make baklava. What kind of baklava did y'all make? Just like traditional, like standard? It's cool. They can just not be nearly as good as the Bauer Light. Probably true. Bauer Light is going to be fantastic. I'm excited. Omni type Bauer Light's going to be sick. How good the insulation between the PCB and the plate is. Not gonna lie though, man. I'm not a big fan. Like personally, I'm not a big fan of the plate foam deal. Frothy KK, thank you for the 20 months. Very much appreciated. Hope you are having a fantastic weekend, my dude. All right, gotta check to see, did we bend anymore? Or did we redeem ourselves? Let's look. Row 1, no bent. Row 2, no bent. Uh-oh. Row 3 is looking good. Oh. Wait, nope, that's because that's for ISO. Row 4. Oh, we're good. Row 5, home row. It's already soldered, so we're good. We can solder now, boys and girls. Can get the solder flowing. See what I did there? That's like a dad joke, but for keyboards. Oh man. Chewy, are you excited for tomorrow to watch your boy Aaron Rodgers throw all over the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers? When's the Bauer Light dropping that looks so good and how much? I don't think details like that have been released quite yet, but it'll be sometime this year, I believe. Is that a Bauer on your desk? Yes, that is in fact a Bauer. That is the first rendition of the Bauer. I was lucky enough to get one of those. Kirk on 240 hertz. What up? Welcome back. does this sound like a good build? This board? Or a board that you're looking at building? Throw what you're looking to build in the chat and I'll take a look at it. It's not seeing the Meridian sell out in 1 minute today. Dude, I feel like I used to get super like I used to get blown away by the way things sell in the community. And now I'm just like, yep, just another day. Because things just like have gotten nuts, especially over the last like 6 months. Need some help deciding? All right, what are your options? What are you looking at? NK under 200 hot swap. Yeah, what Jay Zilla said. I mean, you can get the Kara, but I feel like if you're not used to the HHKB style layout, it's going to be much more of a shock to you to use than going with the NK65, because the NK65 is still a relatively normal style layout, whereas there is some small sacrifices that you make by going HHKB. And you may lose some things that you're used to. You have a 60% right now. Yeah, but are you okay with losing your left and right control? Because that's those keys, the placement of those keys is what you lose. So if you're someone who you play a lot of video games and you need control, I would say the NK65 will be a better bet, because the Rama, the HHKB style board, you might struggle to use that control in a different area. Are you Chewy or the other one? Wow. I'm the other one. Yeah, I'm Osiris. Yeah, I'm Osiris. That's funny. That's hilarious. KBD light dropping soon, similar to the NK65, for sure. Yeah, sorry for not. It's okay, man. It's okay. It's just, it was funny how it's nothing against you. The reason I thought it was hilarious is because of the way that you wrote or the other one. It's just funny. Like Chewy and myself were both very aware that he is the way more recognizable and memorable character on this channel than I am. Because it doesn't just, it extends past the channel, just in real life. Chewie is a very memorable person. Not that I'm necessarily forgettable. He's just very his appearance, the way that he carries himself, he's loud, he's eccentric. He's a good dude, fun guy. Nah, dude, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. It's okay. I'm sure there are probably quite a few people who have heard of Mechs on Deck and know of Chewie that have zero idea that I am actually part of the channel. And they think that it's just Chewie's channel. So, no harm, no foul. What up, Lee Turk? How you doing? Come on, man. No way. Maybe. Think so. Think so. It's okay. When I first met Mentorly last year, she thought I was Jay from Top Clack. And when you're next to a guy who's got flaming red hair and the beard of a Viking, you remember the Viking. Exactly. Absolutely. Chewie has very memorable features. He always has been. Always has. Do we sell anything? We do not sell anything. We don't. Chewie has done some group buys. He's done a group buy for a board. He did it last year and it actually just shipped. And there'll be extras of it shortly. But as far as anything like Mechs on Deck branded, we do not currently have a store for things of that nature. And neither of us have run a key set. Did you have any closing thoughts with the Victus Styrka? Didn't hear much in your build vid about value versus pricing. I mean, it's one of those things. I think it's worth it because it's a unique board. It does have quite a bit going on with it that I enjoy. It feels great. It has fantastic aesthetics. So, I mean, it's one of those things. If you've got the money, jump on it, right? Like, I would say it is definitely worth it. You know, same thing with the Forever. That's another one that was pretty expensive. The Victus Styrka. I think I said that right. I probably said it wrong. I can't say that. We've established that. Disco Crocodile, thank you for the tier 1 for 10 months. I appreciate it, my dude. All right. We've got our box of goodies. Move some. All right, I'm knocking shit off my desk. Oh, that can stay there. I don't need you right now. Maybe I do, but hopefully not. We've got our little box of fun. I think that's all we need right now. These screws, I think these are screws. Yeah, I don't need those yet, but I do need one of these connectors. It's the diffusion. Additional all right. This one? I think it's this one. We'll see. Ohio. You hand me. Texas. Maine. Delaware. Arkansas? Alabama. This is very bright. Oh, you can't see. Where is it? Oops. Oh, this is the Noah? Neato. Yes, it is, in fact, a Noah. All right. What do we delete? Page up, page down, end. Did we not solder this one? We didn't. Oh, there's another switch that I didn't solder. It's going to be on the number row. Right shift is good. Oh, sorry, sticky keys. Leave me alone. Left control. Alt. Spacebar. Function. Right? Yeah, function. It's one, I think. Wait, no. It's one of these. It's 6, yeah. 6. Oh. I'm gonna have to fix backspace. Obviously, because we have 2 backspace now. Alright. Rip to the right arrow. I just didn't solder it. That is my bad. And then there's and this one. All right. So that should be good. All right. See, right arrow's good. And 6 is good now. We're good. We're Gucci, boys and girls. I don't think, yeah, it's not VIA compatible. At least out of the box. But we can make it work. We'll figure it out. I'll program it later. Now the fun part. All right, let's clean up just a hair, just a tad, before we get into the nitty gritty of getting everything put together. Let's get that there. Switch desk mats. Let's get something a little bit nicer. We don't want to use this one that's got all of the flux all over it. We're gonna bust out a new one. So fresh and so clean. So fresh. So clean. This back just a little bit. Sue me. So good. Agreed. All right. All right, now we can actually do what I have seen, what seems to be the most difficult part. Got a Matrix 1.2 OG on the way. So excited. Congratulations, Bagels. I hope you enjoy that once you receive it. I am sure that you will. All right. Need that more. Okay. Is it easier? I'm gonna do this. Cable done. Okay. So we've got a whole bunch of stuff. We've got a whole bunch of stuff to figure out. how we're gonna go about doing this. That's loose, which is concerning. Okay. So it's that. I feel like I should take this off. I think this is gonna make it way easier if I get this guy off. All right, there we go. So, do people take this out and use this? Or is it just like a... Am I supposed to put this little film thingy? Am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed to put that on there like that? I should have done more research. Let me look. This is an LED strip. Sorry, chat. Or does this go on this? Like a little gasket for it. I feel like that's how it's supposed to be. To go big side down. It does. Wait. No, the gasket, if you stick the gasket on the, on here, it doesn't fit correctly. Sorry, I'm like not talking right now. I am just double checking something real quick. How's the stream been? It's been good, man. I think you have to go pretty far, but it's not bad. Okay. Yeah, it'll... Did we decide? Yeah, because if I stick it on, because it goes like this. It's still got so much play in it. Is that supposed to have that light bar? Is it supposed to have the diffusion? I feel like it's supposed to. Gotta film it. It already has a film. Alright, I like the diffusion better. I'm gonna put diffusion in there. The owner of the board can obviously swap that out. Exo Squid, the build has been good though. We are just now... How does that look funky? Does it look funky like that? Nah. Doesn't look funky, does it? Or does it need the... Does it need the metal piece? Does it need this? I think it needs this. To get to full aesthetic. All right. Okay. So, assume we're good to go on this. Screw. For the plate. thick boys. And then we have to do, where did I put it there? I think it's best to install the plate first. From what I've heard. What cap set is on the board above? That is GMK Dual Shot. And that was run by Omni-Type. At that point in time, it was Dixie Mech, now Omni-Type. It ran in December of 2019 and was delivered not too long ago. Interesting. Somewhat. When's Omni-Type going back up? I am not sure. Soon. I know that Garrett has been working on it like crazy and is hoping to be up very, very soon. Obviously, being a vendor, it's hard to make money when you don't have any products up for sale. And so he's got to get products up so he can get back to making some monies. It's important not to over tighten your screws, boys and girls. If you do, you can strip the threads in the board, which would be a sad day if you were to do that. Let's plug this guy in so that we can get that frustration over with. Not too bad, not too bad. All right. Now we have to put the spacers. I think it goes like spacers. This. You have an expensive setup, my dude. Sure. Strip screws equal super sag. Very very true. Thank you, Just Gaming. And yes, it is in fact an SM7B. You can get screws tapped through. What do you mean by that? Digging the screwdriver? Dude, it's called a wow stick. I mean, rethreading the hole would be retapping him. Yeah. You could totally do that. But why would you want to put yourself in jeopardy of that? Please. Interesting. I find it interesting that this is just sits. Like, why does it just sit? Why you do this? I mean, I guess it's be held in. Oh, I need the back portion. That might help, Eric. That might be useful to the completion of the build. This back portion. Much RGB, haha, little robot face. So what up, Abracadaniel? How's that fingy doing? How is the fingy? All right. I feel like something's off. It's supposed to be like thumb is okay, baklava is in the oven. Oh. Wait. No, I had it right. It's just weird that it's like slightly off. Definitely. It just chills. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that. But each their own, I guess. Let's get this guy tightened down. I'm excited to hear about the baklava once it is done. It feels weird having a board that only has 4 screws on the bottom. I feel like every board nowadays, because it's gasket mounted, has like 30 screws on the bottom. All right. Interesting. I guess I didn't notice. Did I do something wrong? No? All right. Chill out. Chill, camera. Chill. Putting our extras away. I don't know if I messed something up, but there's a gap right here. I think I need to open this up. That's gonna bug me. I feel like that gap was not there before. Maybe it's supposed to be like that. Maybe that's just how it is. That's really strange if that's just how it's supposed to be. I totally didn't notice that before. So maybe I put it wrong. All right, I guess it just has a gap there. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see that gap. Look at that gap. I don't know if that's by design or if I messed something up. I very well could have messed something up. So, who knows? I don't. Let's put caps on it. Cap time. I think we have everything we need. I don't need that one though. I don't need that one either. We're using Metaverse again. I just love this set, and I don't have a board right now that I'm itching to put it on. So this is going to be our set to go on boards we build for the next couple builds. The off-white color looks interesting with the bright white of Metaverse. I don't know how I feel about it quite yet. Boom, 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 boom. What do you guys think so far? Need that. I think the black looks good. Obviously. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Black with off-white is sick. Yeah. You think this looks good? I think this looks okay. Now that it's starting to kind of come together a little bit more, I think it looks better. Can't do the mismatching whites. It makes my brain itch. Black and white might be the way to go. Yeah. Basic, what is up? How have you been? It's been a minute. It has been a while. What have you been up to? Yeah, we were just talking about how I don't know how I feel about the bright white on the off-white. You know? I'm doing well. Doing well. Doing fantastic. I don't know if I got all the keys that I need. To be fair, might have to go back through my bag. I've got 2 Bs. I think the color of the board is pretty nice. School work prepping for stream. Hell yeah. What are you building next, Miss Basic? Absolute Chad lad. What up? Are you being an absolute Chad today? I think we're 1 key short, but I know exactly which key it is. And I know why. Majin Buu, I choose you. Oh man. Mousepad is sick. Dude, it's from GMK Sumi. This is the bonsai pad. Yeah, this definitely looks pretty freaking good. I wonder how's it coming across on stream. Let me see. How's it look? It looks pretty good. I still don't know what the deal is with that gap. Is that normal? It feels like this needs to be... like... I don't know what's going on. Oof. Chewy just sent me a picture of the baklava him and his wife made. And it looks fantastic. Also, thank you for the 14 months, Chewy. This board is very light. What does it look like when it's all... Oh, man. Look at that. You turn the lights off. You want to see the RGBs, the rigibs? Oh, there you go. There's the rigibs. RGB ain't bad on this one. Dude, it's subtle. Subtle. It's nice. It's nice. I am going to unplug it. But I think it's time we take a listen. Let's get closer. Let's get closer. Let me get you in. I'm gonna... Where's the middle? Where's the middle? I want to have the bonsai be in the shot. Let's see. We can move this over yonder and go there. All right. There we go. Why is it shaking? Shouldn't shake. I don't have anything pushed up to it, do I? Well, maybe I do. All right. Let me get my my ugly face out of there. Realize that my side of this one. I have to look. It doesn't sound amazing, but it doesn't sound as good as I had hoped it would. It doesn't sound bad. The spacebar is super deep. I like the spacebar a lot. I might have to take some of the lube off, but it is super deep sounding, which I really enjoy. These are fairly light tactile switches, the Rara V1 switches. They're not quite as aggressive as a Holy Panda. They're more in line with the T1 and the T1 and Lilac switches. They're filmed and lubed with 3203. They feel great. The 70.5 gram springs also feel very good. Like, this board feels great. Like, I really would love to type on this for quite some time. I do need to figure out what the fuck is going on with that gap. I feel like this shouldn't have that gap. That just seems weird. But what's weird, I'll have to go back and watch the VOD of when I first took it out. But it lines up there. Like, the angles line up. Like, it doesn't look like it's out of place. And I'm not a fan of the way that the USB... That USB where it just kind of rests on there is weird. Because, like, right now the USB looks a little funky. But like, look, there's play in it. Like, I can move it around. Weird. I don't think it's not going to damage anything. It's not like it's going to fully come out. But it seems strange. Why not just make it to where the standoffs are threaded on both sides, and it's just you attach it to the board. I don't know. Seems weird. I might mess around with it, see if I can get it to be a little bit better, and then figure out that gap. Does anyone else in chat have a Noah and, like, notice that gap? Is that, like, normal? Seems real obvious. You soldered in the standoffs? Yeah. Yours has a gap that's just not this big. It could be maybe I just need to take this off and reset it again, and maybe it'll get better. But yeah. It looks good. I love the way that this board looks, and this coating is incredible. This coating, this like e-coating is oof. Are there differences between gold and stainless steel springs? Material. It'll change the way that they sound. Different materials. Anytime you change a material, it'll change the way it sounds. So let's plug this in. Yeah, even with a gold plating, it'll still change the way it sounds. And anytime you introduce a new or change a material, it will change the way that that board sounds. Yeah. I mean, overall, I think this board looks very good. I think it would look better with a center-mounted USB. Personally, I would prefer the USB on this side. Excuse me. But I don't know. I feel like you could have integrated the daughter board and the light bar into one board, and then just put that right here, instead of having to force the side on the USB and just do center mounted. But I do think this board looks really good. It's got an interesting front angle, like the side is very different. Like it looks very not basic. It looks very designed. Kimchi, it's good. This board, I mean, it's good. It's not amazing, it's good. It's got a weird ass gap right there. It's like a quarter, like an eighth of an inch of gap, which is funky. I gotta figure out if that's my fault or if it's the board. Other than that, I wish I was talking about how I wish that they would have integrated the light bar. It's like a drain hole. I wish they would have integrated the light bar and the USB daughter board, because I hate right-mounted USB ports, and I don't like the way that this USB port is mounted. I feel like you could have just made those standoffs threaded on both sides. Or if you just did it all together right here, you wouldn't need standoffs because it'd be a thicker piece, and it would just go right here, and you wouldn't need this thing. You could still have this, but just have, maybe like instead of it say matrix, it says like tools on one side, toys on the other, and then you put matrix right there. And then you have the USB in the center between the tools and toys. I think it would be, overall, the aesthetics of that I think would look better. I think it would look better with a center mounted USB rather than on one of the sides. Like, to me, that just makes it look awkward, especially because you do have a centering element in the board that is like very purposely put in the very center. I don't know. I'm not a designer. I just think it would look better if there was a USB right here, like also in the center instead of like on the quarter edge. But with that being said, this board coating feels great. Like, it feels fantastic. And the blue looks really good. It's got a little, you can obviously see some of the fingerprints, but the blue just looks great. I think it looks fantastic. And RGBs, yeah. See, but Kimchi, I feel like the center mounted USB is aesthetic. Like, I don't like where it is because of the aesthetics. You feel me? I don't know. These Rara V1 switches, though, I do enjoy. But yeah, let's see. Let's find someone to host. Okay, throwing my Noah in the garbage. No, I like it. It's not a bad board at all. I think it's really good. I think it's really good, but there's just some things that I wish that they would have done differently. You know? My camera's freaking out due to the RGBs, the rigibs. The finish is fantastic, though. Finish is absolutely incredible. All right, let's see who's streaming. Is anyone live? T-Pain. All right, Chewy. Yeah, the board definitely does look good. It very much looks designed, if that makes sense. Like, it looks like it was designed with purpose. All right, so Chewy wants me to raid T-Pain, and I'm gonna oblige because I think that is a fantastic idea. Go to T-Pain's chat and hit him with a show us your keyboard. Although he's doing Ring Fit right now. But yeah, head on over there. If you haven't ever watched a T-Pain stream, he's absolutely hilarious. It's always a fun time. But yeah, head on over there. Tell him show us your keyboard. Whoops. Hit him with that. And yeah, I'm sure it'll be fun. I will see y'all on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Central. Y'all have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, and we will see you on Tuesday. Bye.